for my user story, as a new user, I want to be able to create a user profile when setting up the app so that I can start using its features. Given that a new user is on the user registration page, when they enter their details, then the page will display the most relevant input fields for registration. So I'm going to click the register here link, and then I'm going to enter the relevant details: username, John Doe, full name, email, password, and then confirm password. And then the last field, which is optional, so I'm going to skip it, and then I'm going to click register, and then it's a registration successful message that appears. So then as a user, I want to be able to create a user profile when setting up the app so that I can start using its features. So as I already displayed, when they enter their details, the page will display the most relevant input fields for registration. So username, full name, email, password, confirm password, and phone number. These are all relevant details pertaining to the user, especially for new user registration. And then I'm going to log in as this newly created user. And then it gives me a welcome message. As a registered, so my next user story is, as a registered user, I want to create a new event so that I can keep track of important dates. Given that a registered user is on the create event page, which is this thing right here, when they attempt to create a new event, then the event is published successfully to the calendar. So for instance, let's just say this is sprint 1 demo. Description, let's give it a generic description. Start date would be July 28th. End date would also be July 28th. Start time would be 5 p.m., let's just say. And then end time would be, let's just say 6:01 p.m. And then frequency, let's just set it to 1 time. And then event, the last field is optional, so I'm going to skip it. So I'm going to click submit, and then the form resets. However, if I go to the home menu, then I see that the new event details, the event that I just created, displays over here. So that takes care of the second user story, which is, as a registered user, I want to create a new event so that I can keep track of important dates. And then for my next user story, as a registered user, I want to view all my scheduled events so that I can plan ahead. Given that a registered user is on the home menu page, which is this home menu right here, when they visit the page, then they'll see all their currently scheduled events. So as you can see that all my scheduled events as of right now are currently displayed on the home menu page. Due to time constraints, I cannot create a new event and then display that as well because I'm under strict time limits here. However, that can easily be demonstrated. And then for IH number 1, a short explanation. So I'm going to log out now. A short explanation of the main features of the app. Creating and viewing events is mentioned before users register, which is right here. Stay on top of your day, create, view, and manage all your events in one place. This allows a prospective user to weigh the pros and cons of the app before usage. For IH number 2, so I'm going to log in as the user. When a user tries canceling the creation of a new event, so I'm on the create new event page right here. If I try to click cancel, the user is warned via confirmation pop-up right here about the side effects. This informs the user about the effort involved in manually recreating the event. So I just click OK. And then for IH number 3, these properties, I have to be on the create event page right here. So these properties, title, description, start and end dates, so title, description, start date, end date, etc., present a complete picture of the event without overwhelming the user with too many details. So these are all pertinent to the creation of a new event: start date, end date, start time, end time, frequency, etc. And then for IH number 4, both login and new users. So I'm going to have to click cancel, click OK, log out. So then the login page and the new user registration page use the same form. However, only the fields are somewhat different. But aside from that, the format, look, and feel of the form is the same, thereby providing aesthetic consistency throughout the app pages. For IH number 5, so I'm going to have to log in again. For IH number 5, on the create event page right here, the cancel button right here at the very bottom allows the user to cancel creating a new event if they change their mind. Okay. And then for IH number 6, the create event page provides a sequential, intuitive series of fields: event title, description, start date, end date, start time, end time, and frequency, to fill out using a simple top-to-bottom approach, which allows the user to easily figure out how to create a new event. Similar logic applies for new user registration. However, due to time constraints, I cannot go over that specific form. And then for IH number 7, so I'm going to cancel this, log out. And then if I go to the new user registration form, this page offers users the choice to provide either just the required information or to include additional optional details such as a phone number. So all these fields right here, username, full name, email, etc., they're all required except for the last one, which is phone number. This therefore provides flexibility in how much info they wish to share while still allowing them to complete registration. And then for IH number 8, for the create event page, if I were to cancel the creation of a new event, a pop-up will ask for confirmation if the user would like to cancel creating an event. This prevents a tinkerer from unintentionally canceling creation of an event due to a simple button click and thereby spending unnecessary time having to redo their work. Okay, so I'm going to cancel that. And actually, you know what? I'm going to click OK. And then for my reliability quality, so that covers all the 8 IHs. And then for my reliability quality attribute, the event will be published at least 99% of the time with an acceptable margin of error of 1%, and all data related to the new event will be reliably saved in local storage. For me to accurately demo this, I need to create 100 events and prove that at least 99 were published correctly. However, due to time constraints, such a thing is not feasible for this video. However, when I visit the homepage, it can be shown that event details were saved correctly, as can be seen here. And then for my usability quality attribute, the non-functional requirement is each form field across all pages, for example, create event, shall include clear and descriptive labels to help users intuitively understand the required input. And then, so each field has an associated label that clearly specifies what this field is for. So this is for event title, this is for description, this is for start date, end date, start time, end time, etc. And similar logic applies for the other forms throughout the application. And then finally, for my responsiveness quality attribute, the user should be able to log in within 1 second or less if the correct credentials are entered. This was already demonstrated previously, so I'm not going to repeat that. And then finally, my GitHub release for milestone number 1. This contains all the information. I'll just go over one of them, for instance. Thank you.